Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you might be watching us. Good evening. We greet in any time of the day because we are global. Where I am, it's in the evening and it's already on Wednesday, but where Davina is, it's in the morning and it's already Thursday. So that's how global we are. So I cannot just say good morning, otherwise, I'll be leaving other people out, which I don't want to do. Before we get to our title for today, I will introduce myself. My name is Sita. I am a mom. I'm a nun as well. I live here in the UK with my family, originally from Zimbabwe. And I am also a proud digital business owner and a nurse by profession. As you all know, we move from our countries to foreign lands for greener pastures, for better life. Of course, we do that because there is something lacking in our countries for us to move to other countries. That's what I did. I came to this country because I wanted to reach my dreams. I didn't think I was going to be able to when I was in my own country. And I did actually achieve my dreams and became a nurse. And our title for today is in relation to that. Why do we have goals? Why do we want to achieve? It says, were there any money beliefs you had to unlearn before starting this business? You know, when we all grow up, you are told that you have to find a job, you have to work, you have to have a good job. Why? Because money is required. Otherwise, there isn't any way of surviving without money. I grew up in the village, and my understanding, my mom used to sell the crops. Why? To get money, sell the fruits. Why? To get money. And we used to do barter exchange as well, exchange of goods in kind. And you were never able to get something for nothing. So everything was barter exchange or money is involved. But I had to unlearn something when I grew up. Yes, we have to get a job. I did get my qualification. I went to work and now I am a nurse. I'm earning my money from working as a nurse, not to sell anything to anyone or to buy any fruits and start selling them. That was the thing of the past. I didn't want to do the same thing as my parents did. So I wanted something different because that's what they knew from their own parents, because they didn't go to school as us. They didn't have that opportunity that we have. I had the opportunity to go to school and get educated and had my career, my certificates, and now I am a graduate, so I'm earning an income. But the other thing, what were we told about income? You get the money, you save it. That's all. What else? You know, when we are older, we decide how we want to spend our money. My way of spending money, it wasn't to keep it in the bank to grow. I wanted to invest in myself. I wanted to do something. Even when I came to this country, I remember I used to rent a flat from someone and paying someone money to live in their house. And I said to my brother, is there any way of me buying my own house or buying this house rather than giving someone the money in their own house? What am I getting out of that? Said, that's nothing. So to me, I felt as if I was throwing my money down the drain. So when I had that opportunity, that chance that I was able to purchase my own place, I wanted to invest my money into something that I called mine, into something that will have my name on it. Even if I will remain with nothing in my pocket, at least I'm putting it in my own property. After 20 years or 25 years, I'll know that I will have my own house. And thinking that the whole year I have been paying someone 1,000 year or 1,000 pounds. And then I was calculating it and thinking, so I've paid someone 12,000 or whatever. And then thinking if I was investing it in my own mortgage, by the year, I would have invested and reduced my mortgage from 25 years to 15 years. So that's the logic that I had to unlearn, that I have to own something that calls my name rather than just keeping the money in a bank and going around investing into other people's business, which is the exact thing that I did even starting this online business. I never thought just sitting down, getting an income, then what? Spending it without building something alongside my career. I invested in myself to learn, to grow professionally and individually, to know more. Yes, I have got my nursing career, but I needed to learn something beyond just becoming a nurse. So now I'm growing my business alongside my career. And this business is something that is going to back me up if I pick up on my nursing career. Because when we pick up on our nursing career, the money will no longer be coming in. It will just stay where it is, where they will give you. Even if they give you a little bit, which is retirement pension or something like that, it's nothing. It's not something that you can save up. It's something that you can get from hands to mouth. You cannot keep it. So it's best way of saving your money or building your income to an endless time is to rebuild something else that you call it yours. Owning your own business is not going to stop. Working for someone, that job will come to an end. When it comes to an end, then what? But if you invest in yourself, start something that is yours, no one will fire you from your own business. But working for someone, it means you are working on someone's business. They can fire you anytime. So that's why I am doing this business, to continue building my extra stream of income rather than relying on something that is going to dry up. That is something that our parents didn't teach us. Yes, they were selling their own products, but it was from hand to mouth. There wasn't anything growing beyond just day-to-day living. So that's where I can end today. I'll send it back to Sister Vina to share what she has to share, how she was also taught, because we all come from different backgrounds. We might have different views on how we spend our money or how we were taught about money.
Thank you, Sister Sita, in terms of today's session. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. As Sister Sita has mentioned, my name is Devina. I'm from the beautiful islands of Fiji, currently residing here in New Zealand by choice. I'm a mentor by profession. I'm a finance professional with nearly 20 plus years of corporate finance experience. Why do I come onto the online space? Just to educate, encourage, inspire, finance professional and hardworking people who are like myself and Sister Sita, who are looking for opportunity, how to learn to create income or choices for themselves, for their loved ones, and can create flexibility and create a life of freedom, and also be independent, and also one day not to report to anyone. So for myself, I am a responsible daughter, I am a responsible aunt, I am a sister, I am a granddaughter, I have a special needs brother, I have a aged parent, grandparent, a brother. So I have a lot of responsibilities. So that is the main reason why I came onto the online space in today's session. For example, in terms of money related matters, well, let me be honest with you. Yes, there were many occasions where I had to learn a lot of things before I even started to allow myself to consider even doing a business in the online, because this is my first attempt in life in doing business. Growing up, I learned that, like what Sister Sita has mentioned, we had to work hard, like go to school, get good qualification, get good job. You have to work hard, you'll receive your salary, you have to pay your bills, you have to save when you can, and you keep going. And that mindset, no doubt what we were taught when we were growing up, was not wrong. But the thing is that it was in fact It taught us discipline, responsibility, and independence. But once, for example, when I started getting elder and when I started growing, I realized that some of the beliefs that I had accepted were without even questioning them. Like I kept on listening, but there was no objection. One of them was the safest way to earn money is through a work or a job. For a long time, I believed that a stable job meant security, a regular salary meant I'm doing fine, I'm okay. So why do I need anything else? But then life happened. For example, there were two experiences in my life where I had contracts that were coming to an end. I did not have a plan B. That was one. And also, when my mother was not well, um, she was not doing well, so I had to leave her in the care of a caregiver and to provide them financially. So those were some of the difficult choices I had to make, decisions where I had to experience and I had to leave for my work so I can provide for them. And I experienced a lot of things in my career that I am very grateful for. And it reminded me of something very important. A job can be valuable, but a job is not the only form of security in life, because it is this is very uncomfortable for me to admit, but it's true. Because when we spend years building career, we don't easily question the path we have followed, been following. We think that, for example, I work so hard here. Would I be looking for something so different? Why would I start thinking about my future? What happens, like, for example, if my income stays the same while expenses continues to grow? Like, we have inflation, we have a lot of unexpected costs, which are fuel costs that have gone up this year. We all know, we all feel the pinch of it. We have responsibility increasing, we have what happens if we don't have the flexibility at our workplace? What happens if we're building something that, if it belongs to you? That's another belief. Like, for example, I had to unlearn. I needed to know everything before I start. This belief, for example, kept me stuck before I even then realized that I need to figure everything out. I realized that, oh, I'm not tech savvy. I thought I need to know everything about marketing. I'm not good at, I thought I needed to be very good at social media, need to be confident. I need to have all the answers to the questions. And I didn't have all the skills, but that wasn't easy to tell myself. I'll be honest, and that's very true. And but and because I didn't have those skills, it was easy to tell myself maybe isn't for me. But then I realized something. When I started my professional career as a finance professional, I didn't do anything. I didn't do even knew anything about it. I just had my degree. I learned, I had questions, I made mistakes, I improved. So why was I expecting myself to know everything before I even started something new with this new business? That was the big mindset shift for me. And when I started this journey, I replaced the question, I don't know how, with I know how yet. So one word changed everything. Yet that word has a very powerful meaning, and the permission to give any new beginner to start knowing that there is a time to come. Another belief that I had to challenge was wanting to earn more means you're never satisfied, because it seems like we tell ourselves when we want to earn more is that we are getting basically greedy. But that's not the case. We had to understand wanting more doesn't mean in your life you are ungrateful. It means I can be very grateful for my career to provide my 9 to 5, but also have another income stream. I can appreciate For example, I have and still build something on the side for my future, for myself and my loved ones. And I love my family. That is why I want to spend more time with them. That is why I started this. I can be responsible with money, but also create more financial options and choices. And these things can exist all together in a scenario for anybody. But one thing is that, and perhaps the biggest belief that I was had to unlearn was people like me don't build businesses online because I'm an introvert person. But this isn't an online business expert. But I wasn't that. I wasn't someone who grew up knowing digital marketing. I was the person who liked to encourage and inspire people, but simply someone who was willing to learn. I stopped asking, and I'm here to, I'm a type of person who can do this, and we know you can do this. And what kind of person do I need to learn from this is that in terms of this situation is where we have to change the approach of asking our questions. We have to become open in towards learning, be more comfortable in asking questions, and more willing to make mistakes. I said that, more willing to make mistakes, because when we make mistakes, what happens? People think that, oh, people talk bad about us, but that's okay, because the thing is, nobody knows your journey. The more you step outside, the more you will know and you will learn, and the transformation will happen. The business didn't teach me about digital marketing or online systems. It taught me to challenge the belief that were keeping me small. So that is it, Sister Sita, from my side. I give it back to you.
Thank you so much, Sister Vina. It's very true. We all grew up with different beliefs in how we spend money, or what money means to us, or how to invest in our own money. And this is what we are doing. We are doing this business because we have got a different view on how to spend our own money and how to also build our own source of income. Because what we were taught is working hard. But because we don't want to work hard, we want to work smarter. And we were told to work hard for somebody. But that working for somebody is not really what we want for the rest of our lives. How about us turning into those people that other people want to work for us? Because that's not what we were taught, but that is what we are doing. We have got our own businesses, and we've got like other people that we pay to do our bookkeeping, to do our everything for us when we are running our businesses, which is what we were not taught. So when you start from some way, you will end up becoming your own boss, hiring someone to do bookkeeping for you. So check it out wherever you are. Just check it out. What are you doing? And what is it that you are investing for yourself? Working hard for someone or working hard for yourself? Thank you so much. We'll see you again the next Wednesday with a different topic.